Hello, everyone. Coming up here on the Pro Wrestling Show presents the Raw Ring Report. We get to the fallout from WWE SummerSlam, and one of the fallouts was CM Punk losing to Drew McIntyre. CM Punk wasn't focused enough. CM Punk stayed focused on the task at hand. What fireworks will ensue before CM Punk, Drew McIntyre overturn the Raw tonight after their epic SummerSlam match? We'll get that coming up. Also, too, speaking of that, Raw General Manager Adam Pearce announced a temporary trade with Austin Theory and Grayson Waller appearing on the Red brand to take on former World Tag Team Champions R-Truth and The Miz, better known as the Awesome Truth. I know the Awesome Truth want to get their hands on A-Town Down Under, same as A-Town Down Under, want to get their hands on Awesome Truth after what had inspired last week. We'll get to that coming up from SummerSlam coming up. So, too, the New Day takes on the Authors of Pain. The Authors of Pain, along with Karrion Kross, want to eradicate the New Day and let the New Day be the time over the past. The New Day basically give in. We'll see coming up on Raw. Plus, too, we hear from the new World Heavyweight Champion, Gunther. Gunther won the championship from Damian Priest. Damian Priest lost due to the infighting going on in the Judgment Day. We'll get that new World Champion, Gunther. It's live. Also, too, the main event. The main event will be this. Wyatt Sick6 takes on Chad Gable and the Creed brothers. I know Chad Gable been haunted by the Wyatt Sick6. They've been targeting Chad Gable, and Chad Gable want to find a way to defeat and eradicate Wyatt Sick6. And the Wyatt Sick6 compete together for the first time on Raw against Chad Gable and the Creed brothers. Coming up, this Pro Wrestling Show starts right now. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. I'm your host, as always, Streamyard here. Glad you joined us here on the Pro Wrestling Show. Join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling here on Connect. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe is caring. Tell a friend, call a friend. Hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing here on the Pro Wrestling Show. Man, what a show we have for you coming up. This show. So let's not waste no time whatsoever. Let's kick things off with this. Man, oh man, I can't believe what went down tonight here on Raw. And kick it off with the new World Heavyweight Champion, Gunther. Gunther, the new World Champion. Gunther, making a name for himself the way he did tonight. Gunther, doing what he need to do. Gunther win the championship away from Damian Priest. Gunther now the new king of Raw and has a new crown. Gunther, the announcers even made mention of Gunther winning the NXT North American Championship for a long time, the Intercontinental Championship for nearly 600 days before losing it at WrestleMania. And now Gunther knows the thing about holding on to gold, and he'll hold on to gold as he sees fit. That's one thing about Gunther. Gunther knows the thing about holding gold. And Gunther now the new champion of Raw, the World Heavyweight Championship around his shoulder. It wasn't going to be a matter of time. It was going to be a matter of time for Gunther to hold some gold after WrestleMania. I kind of predicted that Gunther was going to win the World Heavyweight Championship sooner rather than later. And he's one of Triple H's pet projects. And Triple H finally put the championship on Gunther. I think Gunther looks kind of pretty good with the World Championship around his waist, and the world title seems fit for Gunther. But came out of nowhere, something from Gunther's past. Randy Orton, who defeated Gunther when Gunther became the king of the ring. Randy Orton did not forget about what Gunther did pinning on the shoulders. And Randy Orton coming off the heels of a 20-year anniversary at SummerSlam himself, winning the World Championship away from Chris Benoit. Randy Orton looking for his 15th world title, and he wants to beat Gunther to do so. So Randy Orton challenged Gunther to a match at Bash at the Berlin. So we're going to see that Bash at Berlin, Randy Orton versus Gunther, one-on-one at Bash at Berlin for a world title. And this will be Gunther's first world championship defense. And can Gunther make true to his claim of becoming world champion? That's one thing Gunther's going to have to do. Gunther's going to have to use his tools, his resources, and his strength that Gunther has been able to do. I think one thing about Gunther, Gunther knows a thing or two of how to win matches and keep the pace on. But we know this that Randy Orton will challenge Gunther for the world championship at Bash at Berlin. We'll see Gunther's first title defense. And Gunther laid true to his claim coming up. They didn't even Gunther didn't even hesitate to get Damian Priest a championship man rematch or something. I think Damian Priest he got a lot on his plate. Damian Priest not focusing on Gunther. Damian Priest, he kind of broke out after Judgment Day. Well, Finn Balor explains his reasons on why he did what he did at SummerSlam. Finn Balor said that Damian wasn't all about the Judgment Day; it was all about him. He wanted to make sure that he wanted to do the Judgment Day like he was the main star of the Judgment Day. I think Damian Priest felt like that Finn he looked forward for Finn Balor. Finn Balor turned on in an instant. Damian Priest saying he's sick and tired of these games. He's sick and tired. He wants blood. He wants blood back. Finn said you ain't gonna see it coming when I come and attack you. And we finally figured out what was going on. And Damian Finn was joined by JD, Dominic and Rhea, not Rhea, but Liv and Carlito. I guess Finn is the new leader of the Judgment Day coming forward. And Finn is doing it to Damien, which is a little bit wrong. Damien got kicked out the group along with Rhea Ripley. Man, oh man. But that just told you right there. Damian Priest sent the message also to JD saying that he didn't want JD in the group no way. JD was nothing more than holding everyone back and saying that Finn is the one that's using you and stuff. Well, JD was along with Carlito. Carlito now knew the member of Dunner. Don't know yet what's going on. They ain't said nothing yet, but you can tell that Damien's on his own, and Damian Priest did have to do what he had to do to JD. Damian Priest took it to JD. The Donald JD said earlier that he's a champion. He's a champion, all right. And what he did, JD took it to JD tried to take it to Damien. Damien with those punches. Damien really wanted to get his hands on Finn. JD Madonna got beat up at the end. And JD tried to do what he needed to do to realize what he needed to do. JD was suicide topacia and stuff. But the end right here, Finn Balor came out of nowhere and attacked Damian Priest. And then the assault began throughout the whole entire match. It's the Judgment Day. Dominic and Liv came out there to attack, distracted Damian. But even to the point that Liv Morgan came on, Rhea Ripley came out there, and you tell right here, Damian right here was going to set him up. Said JD and JD escaped, barely escaped himself. Rhea Ripley wanted her hands on Dominic and Liv Morgan after what had happened. Rhea Ripley was going to do the power bomb until Dominic saved his love. Liv, Liv almost got taken out by Rhea after Liv retained her championship. Um, this is far from over between the Judgment Day members and stuff. Um, you can tell right here, Damien and Rhea embracing each other. Now we know that Damien and Rhea were kicked out the group, and now it's a different New Judgment Day without Damien and Rhea, who's one of the original members. When you look at it, with Edge, and they put them over 2 years later, and 2 years now, it's a totally different story with this New Judgment Day. This New Judgment Day might be newer and crazier than ever before. So we will have to see how this gonna go eventually, but Rhea and Damien are out of the Judgment Day due to the fact that Finn Balor said he didn't want neither of them. It's kind of weird that it's a new Judgment Day rather the original members and stuff. But hey, we see how this is going to play out eventually. Well, well, we know that Sheamus was in action. Sheamus, the Celtic Warrior, took on Ludwig Kaiser. And Sheamus took to Ludwig Kaiser. Ludwig Kaiser, one of the associates of the New World Champion. Um, you know who? Gunther. Um, Ludwig Kaiser wants to prove that he can take down Sheamus, even drop kicking Sheamus. Sheamus, even to the point that Sheamus took it to Ludwig, and Ludwig Kaiser didn't know what to do. Sheamus took it with the Irish curse. And Sheamus hitting, seeing that Pete Dunne was in the ring. Sheamus giving the brogue kick to Ludwig Kaiser. And in that feud, all of a sudden, Sheamus focusing on Ludwig Kaiser. But we know Kaiser tomorrow will be on NXT to take on Trick Williams. So look for that tomorrow. Ludwig Kaiser versus Trick Williams tomorrow. That's going to play out. Also, too, CM Punk, the Chicago Saint. CM Punk came out there. CM Punk came out there to talk about what he did wrong, and he lost his eye on the ball. At the he got attacked. He got defeated by Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre won. CM Punk didn't feel like a winner that night, but felt like a loser. But he said he gave the fight his life and shut the critics. Did what he needed to do. Well, Seth Rollins came out there. Seth Rollins wanted to a piece of CM Punk. Seth Rollins wanted to take his anger and frustration out of CM Punk. And CM Punk saying that Rollins was the one that cost him his match, but he cost CM Rollins his match for the world title and Money in the Bank. Well, Drew McIntyre had to add a little salt to the wound on both men, wanting both men to focus on him, and Drew focusing on the bracelet they had. That whole entire match was focused on that bracelet. All three men were so obsessed with a bracelet. The bracelet got over. That's just how crazy it is. Well, CM Punk tried to chase down Drew McIntyre and try to get his hands on Drew. We tell you this, CM Punk want a piece of Drew McIntyre one way or another. And, General Manager Adam Peace told him that, hey, Drew McIntyre is just not around. Drew is he's been told Drew to take the time off, take the needed time off he needed. That's what he did. So well, that didn't end there as Big Bronson Reed came into the ring and attacked Seth Rollins, laying out Seth Rollins, even doing that big splash on Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins took 6 big splashes. Security had to confine. You see Seth Rollins coughing out blood. Seth Rollins really took a beating up the end tonight. Or Big Bronson Reed. Big Bronson Reed stepped up and made an impact, and he made an impact by taking out former champion Seth Rollins, picked his spots, and wanted to make a name for himself, and he did so tonight. So let's see how this is going to play out eventually between them down the road. Well, the new Intercontinental Champion Braun Breaker had done an interview and said what man's going to take the championship away from him. The name is plated on his side plate, and he said he wish he wants someone to pry it out of him. And they Braun Breaker may be one of the ones that might be able to do what he need to do. But Braun Breaker will be having a challenge on his hands. He'll take on Sami Zayn next week on Raw. Braun Breaker versus Sami Zayn, a 2 out of 3 falls match for the Intercontinental Championship. Can Sami Zayn do what he need to do? And we see Sami and Jay. They were teasing that they want to go for the Judgment Day and go for the tag team titles. I think Damian Priest wouldn't be so smart if he needed them to help him with the Judgment Day, but you know they're going to be having trust issues about like how can we trust you and what you was doing to us as well. So it's going to be a lot of story building in that. So we'll see once you can tell how this is going to go. It could lead to a I don't know, like a war games match when you think about it, or traditional Survivor Series match. Maybe two war game matches. Might have the Judgment Day, the new Judgment Day versus the old Judgment Day with a couple of friends, and then the Bloodline against the old Bloodline. So I mean, it's a possibility. You never know how this is going to go. We might have three Survivor Series matches at Survivor Series. Who knows? We could see that being a possibility coming up. EO Sky stepped up. EO Sky stepped up. She wanted to help her friend. Dakota Kai. Dakota Kai got attacked from behind. She always having leg issues and stuff, but Dakota Kai got attacked from behind, and Dakota wasn't able to come out there after we saw this the damage control did to Kyrie Singh and the rest of them. Um, Sonya Deville, Shayna Baszler, and Zoe Starks. Many people better known calls them, you know what, the lesbians and stuff. I don't know why, but that's what they call them online. But Val Racuria rolling up Shayna Baszler early in the matches. So Kyrie Sane did the same thing. So I guess we'll see how this is gonna play out eventually with them. So hey, we'll see. Well, we move on to this right here. The New Day went against the Authors of Pain. The New Day, the Authors of Pain said the New Day need to break up. The New Day found somebody. They found Odyssey Jones, and Odyssey Jones picked up both Authors in Pain and did both double fallaway slams. I think Xavier Woods was not impressed at all. And Xavier Woods felt like what's going on? He didn't know he was falling on the trick. And now we kind of know Xavier Woods um, figuring out what's going on. I think Xavier um, finding out for himself on what went down and stuff. So we'll see for Xavier down the road. What this is going to leave for the New Day with Xavier Woods and Odyssey Jones down the road. So we'll see how this is going to play out eventually and stuff. Well, we know this right here that Chad Gable told Ivory now to not mess with Maxine Dupree. And Chad Gable felt like Maxine Dupree is not her friend. Well, we know that Chad Gable got a lot of things to worry about. This is the message that the Wyatt Six sent, saying 6 years, 11 years ago, the Wyatt family debuted on Raw in the same building, the same arena, and now 11 years later, we're getting the same instance and stuff. Chad Gable and the Creed brothers did not see coming. Creed and the Creed brothers did not see it coming right here. Uncle Howdy right here watching his group members and stuff doing some devastating moves throughout the whole entire match. But we can tell you the Wyatt Six won their match tonight. The Wyatt Six defeated the Creed brothers. The Wyatt Six is getting more crazier and crazier, and they reestablished themselves. I think Vince Russo might be on his own YouTube screaming, and they're probably bashing what's going on with the Wyatt Six. But I mean, the Wyatt Six are a spooky team, so you gotta look at it like that. They're spooky for a reason. So spooky meets spooky. So you never know. All right, that is the Raw Ring Report. We'll move forward to wrestling hot topics. Well, wrestling hot topics. We want to talk about this right here. What's going on? We're hearing that former WWE champion Bob Backlund may have dementia, and we want to wish him uh, all the recovery he needs. Because Bob Backlund, former champion, be so quick on his feet and stuff. dementia is like a health condition. You might forget things and stuff. Hopefully, we hope Bob Backlund, Speedy, what's going on with that to Bob Backlund. But speaking of that, we know that Dirty Dominic Mysterio and Liv Morgan are on-screen couple. Even Rey Mysterio just saying what the hell just happened. Here's the Master 619. Rey Mysterio said he's a master at what he does. Probably the best I ever known. And seeing him with my own two eyes, turning his back on the ones that he cared the most. Well, Dominic Mysterio do stuff like that, but now it's with Liv Morgan, and so Dominic Mysterio, even to the point that a fan pointed out this by Dominic stayed and helped out these kids that was in the other line, and Dominic decided that he wanted to take time out of his own schedule to before he about to go and told the representative that hey, I want to take pictures. So Dominic, real nice guy off screen, but on screen he's different. Well, we can see right here, Liv Morgan right here, all of them. Dirty Dom even flipped someone off the bird right here um, with Liv. I don't know what's going on. It's just getting crazier and crazier each week with the Judgment Day, and they're just showing their true colors down the road. But Rhea Ripley even wrote this. Um, Dominique Mysterio wrote this that Liv Morgan gets me, thank you. So I guess Rhea Ripley. Um, very dumb. What's going on with that? I don't know what to say about that. They're just crazy. It's crazier each time. So hey, who knows? So too, Finn Balor said Ellen Jeffrey he woke up in a good mood. I think Finn feel like he's getting a monkey out his back. So hey, Finn saying he's done at Damian Priest one way or another. After what Finn did right here, and Damian watched. That's good storytelling right there. Damian watched on the screen and saw what went down. Man, you can't tell me that ain't good storytelling. It's like that's real as it gets. This man would have made you thought and believe that it would have been something different of them finding out and stuff by folks seeing that, but looking on the screen that tells you everything you need to know right there. So people probably said told him, "Hey, look on the screen, look on the screen." So he never know looked on the screen and saw what he saw. So hey, all right. I guess that's gonna do it for here on the Pro Wrestling Show. Present the Raw Ring Report. So we got coverage throughout the whole entire week. The fallout from the Raw side of things. We'll have the fallout from the SmackDown side of things on the SmackDown Ring Report coming up this Friday. Coming up. So we're gonna leave you with I guess um with the Wyatts with Randy Orton and Gunther. Randy Orton challenging Gunther for the championship, and he'll get a shot at the championship at Bash in Berlin in 3 weeks. So, for me being Kendra Dix, saying so long, thank you for watching the Pro Wrestling Show.